Here we have a good introductory board. This is Russian versus German. And to prove we don't need to use all our buildings, we only have two. So we've got the Germans coming from this side and the Russians coming from that side. There's my fingers. Beautiful. You'll see on our blog information about what troops we have. It's once more, each side has two 600-point armies. We've got the fields there, and then we've got a very rocky, hilly bit with the river. And we have two objectives. The first objective is the bridge. And then along that road, we get the second objective, which is the crossroads, with that mysterious blue box once more appearing like it does on most of our boards somehow. One of the armies is a German force with a Panzer IV and 3 squads of Volksgrenadiers and a HQ. The tank Russian squad has the Russian T-34-85, 3 or 4 squads of infantry, plus a HQ and submachine guns, and all quite deadly. Russian infantry squad has a mortar and a small HQ, a medic, 3 squads, plus a special tank hunter squad of 4 men, veterans. Should be fun. The German infantry one has a 222, so everyone learns about recce, medium machine gun, a sniper, and 3 normal squads and a HQ. Basically, this should be a fun game. We'll have the review of the game on our blog once it's all done. At the end of turn 1, we have the Germans advancing quite nicely, and over the end there we have the 222 with the cleverly pointed out finger of Eric. Of this side, the Russians are starting to come on over here. As always with turn 1, it becomes very much a manoeuvring phase. Over here, the Russians have come on. There's the T-34-85 and the various infantry. Towards the end there, we have a full squad as well. Because when the Germans came on the board, they brought all their squads there because they've got less troops, and their Panzer IV came on first. Of course, when your tank comes on first, means you know you're going to get hit by the other tank as soon as it comes on. And so the German player fired their Panzer IV at these guys here. It was a what the hell shot. And they missed completely. When the Russian came on, I'll just move the board around a bit so you can see the Russians versus the Germans. That's our current state of play into turn 1. No one's dead, everyone's manoeuvring, off we go. Turn 2. Over the forest side of the board, the Germans advancing steadily. We've got the snipers just over here, there, and the snipers have got to do some work today, which is nice. Machine gun over there, helping out cover things. 2-2. Eric, what have you done? We shot and killed one of those inexperienced guys, and because they're green, they upgrade to regular. Also, the sniper shot and killed one of the anti-tank guys over here, and killed the NCO. Bit rude. And some other guys killed somebody else as well. Overall, ping, 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 not much happening on this side. But it's all getting your position. On this side of the board, the Russians here moved up and fired at the Volksgrenadiers inside the building, killing 2. They upgraded to regular. Though the Volksgrenadier there, they fired at the Russians and killed 1. That's all they've done. The tanks fired at each other and fired machine guns, both causing 1 casualty. The Volksgrenadiers there upgraded to regular as well. This turn about to start, I can guess that these 2 squads are going to be looking at attacking the Volksgrenadiers in that house. At this point, both objectives are still unclaimed. Turn 3 is about to begin. Turn 3. What happened in turn 3? We've got the Germans very bravely charging halfway across the board into gullies on the other sides of hills. The first dice rolls for the Germans and Russians are going to be very interesting in the forest here. the Russians were able to kill completely the machine gun team. As you see, it's not there anymore. The 222 got to kill a guy. The sniper got to pin the HQ. Just missed that officer. I'm sure he's a bit nervous now. The Russians currently have the bridge objective. And we'll see how this part goes. Now this Russian unit has gone down. And the big battle we had over here, first we had the Russian squad here rush across and shoot at the men inside the house, killing one. And then the Germans fired back, killing one. And then the squad that was here charged in. In that melee, 5 Russians died, which is all of them, and 5 Germans died, and the surviving Volksgrenadier is sitting over there. The other squads moved in, and that's it for the firing there. Over here, the Russian hit first, but as you can see, the Panzer IV is still there. It got hit
and went down.
And 6 to hit, fine, and then a 1 to damage, and nothing. And went down, but then unfortunately failed the morale test. Once again, proving the pins are great. Now for turn 4. So, turn 4. And as you can see, a lot of casualties from the forest side. What we've got left over here, the Germans have succeeded in getting rid of 2 squads. The mortar's still plonking away and doing nothing. The Russians are well in control of that bridge, with no Germans too close to make much difference. And the Free Russian squad is chasing after the 222, which keeps wrecking out of the way. On the field side, the squad over here has gone down for the 2nd time in a row, doing nothing. Much frustration all round. The tank has decided not to keep plonking away at the T-34. It's come around to threaten the guys that are defending the Russian-held objective. The only viable squad of the Germans is in the house and has a couple of pins. The Russian Free Squad has rushed around the side there and is still inexperienced after being shot by the HQ squad. The T-34 is coming over here and is firing away at the only viable German squad. So at this point in time, it's still a Russian advantage as far as I can tell, but we'll see what happens in turn 5. Turn 5, a very deadly turn again. The Germans now have 1 unit that can do something. The Russians lost quite a few men to get rid of that German unit. The Russians still hold the bridge with a unit plus the HQ behind them and the medics standing by. The most exciting thing in the whole turn was the charging of the experienced dudes with anti-tank grenades against the 222, which couldn't recce out of the way far enough. So it died. Over here, this unit there has now gone to ambush, ready for the only unit the Germans have to do something. The tank charged and shot at those dudes, who some survived, attacked the unit in there and died. The T-34 rushed over here, hit the tank, and once more went ping. That's twice this game, it's done nothing. So the whole game, T-34 has killed 1 man and caused 2 pins on the tank. That was worth 200 plus points. We're now at turn 6. The Russians hold the objectives. Germans have a challenge ahead of them. Turn 6. Not good for the Germans. Germans have 1 unit there left. Russians are holding the bridge. HQ was killed by those very victorious Free Squad, and the sniper's still hanging around. Definitely, at this point, a Russian objective win. Over this side, it's been a very close run thing, but definitely it's the Russian win as well. This unit here charged out of the house, got shot at by these guys on ambush, who reduced them down to 3 men, all I needed. It was now contested. The tank failed morale, had to retreat. The T-34 charged in the open, 8 dice. Killed nobody. Last turn, last dice, last roll, the HQ squad fired 4 shots, 1 hit. That 1 hit needed a 3 to kill, rolled a 3. Down to 2, it is now a Russian victory. We now roll the dice, see if there's a turn 7. Roll clear. No. 2, end of the game. Whew, good game.